Hi, startup enthusiasts, fellow entrepreneurs, and my dear friends. Welcome to the Startup Show presented by Ampliz, which is India's first podcasting series for startup founders across the world. Anybody who's trying to create new startups, trying to be very creative, innovative in their ways, based on real-time experience or based on real-time problems which are being faced by the users across the world, targeting them and making very innovative and creative products. This show is for them. You have got an opportunity to learn, experience, and move and grow with us in this series. For today's podcasting, I have a very special guest all the way from Paris. She is joining this podcasting with us, Miss Anais, who is the co-founder of Big Booy Systems, joining this podcasting show. So I was just going through her profile, and she's a very amazing person who has worked. She has a total years of 5 years plus experience, and her basic expertise is into real estate, properties, audiovisual production, and selling movie rights. So it's a lot of into movies and real estate. I'm very curious how those experiences are brought into a reality, and she made a startup of her own, working alongside with his co-founder Samuel, who is the inventor of the third eye, which is one of the product of Big Booy Systems. So we are joining this podcasting show with her to discuss about the real-time opportunities and how did they grow from zero to a stage where they have where they have participated the Web Summit for 2019, which is one of the biggest event of all time. So we want to know her experience of how was the experience about the Web Summit, what is the Big Booy System, and what is the third eye. So thank you, Anais. Welcome to the Startup Show. I'm so happy that you joined this podcasting show. Appreciate, and I'm honored right now.
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate too.
Glad you joined. So after a lot of pestering and a lot of torturing in LinkedIn, I came to get in touch with Anais for this podcasting show. So directly, let's dive into the question which I've already in my mind. And the first question is very easy. What and how did Big Booy System get started off? What idea or what was the ignition for you to start this initiative?
Actually, it was not a very classical beginning of company. I met Sam in Australia during a travel, and he has already the first phase of prototyping of third eye. He had the idea of the camera because he wanted to record his memories and traveling memories with friends. But every tool he used were like a lack of reality. He was kind of frustrated to not have his experience really record. So he imagined a camera we can copy his experience by combining 3D image and 3D sounds. And I met him in the middle of Australia, and he showed me the first prototype. And I said, it's great, let's do a company together.
Okay, awesome. So how does it work, and how it is real-time applicable for customers, for your target audience, and who is your target audience for this business?
Actually, it was like a really tough question during the previous year. So we take a long time to understand what's our audience. Actually, now we are focused about like sharing experience in training and education. So anyone can record a manual experience or a teaching experience, and the spectator can relive it as it is with VR headsets. So we are really focused B2B and sharing, training, teaching experience.
So that means the education structure will be completely changing. For example, for B2B, like how it is going to be applicable for training purposes or for
training, onboarding, every kind, because you can, for example, for onboarding, you can take your best employee, make him do any task he do usually, and you have his experience, his point of view record exactly. So after you can train anyone with his point of view.
Okay, so virtually you can train a person.
Yeah, for a training purpose. For example, we work with a chief, like in kitchen, He was wearing the camera on his forehead. It's like it's like a complicated GoPro, and he just has to do what he usually do and talk and explain what he's doing, and we have the copy of his experience afterwards.
So while I'm cooking with VR, can I able to cook at the same time because I'm wearing the VR, right? So how do I cook?
You're wearing it, but it's above your eye, so it doesn't obstruct you for anything. We want like to be very easy to use, like a child can use this camera. You just have to put play and do whatever you want to do.
So the infrastructure cost, and what's the biggest challenge when you're dealing with a product which involves a lot of augmented reality, VR, and a lot of technology coming in? So what is the biggest challenge you're facing while you're working with these kinds of products?
Actually, the challenge we face, I think it's every hardware company challenges. It's like we are in a time of services and app. So when you want to build something, it costs a lot of time, and people want to try. An app, it's really quick to try. When you want to try a project, it's very difficult. We were kind of lucky because everything is homemade. So Sam has built by himself the camera. So we are like the 6th generation of prototype. So we have built by ourselves. So we can use directly. It's not like you work with prototyping company. You have to go back and back and forth with that. It's directly like homemade. So we try at the office directly.
And I just want to understand a little bit more about this third eye. So I want to just make sure I'm also following you correctly. So let's take a real-time example also for right now. So take an example. I want to learn a course. Let's say I want to learn about SEO. Okay, and I just want to do this online. So how do I replace this online system which is existing right now and going on right now? And we are going to replace with a system which is completely related to augmented reality and VR, because the cost, the pricing, everything will be a big factor for a user, right? So how you're going to replace the system and how it is going to be a very great practice in the coming years?
Actually, we are like directly concerned with like the teaching part and the structure because it's a camera. So it's like a camera, you use it to record it. So for example, you can be like you're in India, I'm in Paris. Imagine you want to have a conference. You can have the camera on your forehead. We have live streaming. And people can see what you're doing right now in really live time. But it's in 3 dimension with binaural sound. So the difference is it's human focus. So if you want to do a course online, you will not have like the total experience. It's more for editing, parts. So you want to have different chapter, like, for example, like we use it in surgery. So surgery is like 5 hours operation. So we edit it, but not us, but like the production part. So for example, you can be the surgeon. So the students in the amphitheater take Google Cardboard and they can be at the spot of the surgeon, like doing the operation by themselves.
Okay.
It's really the add value. It's like to embody someone.
So real time, they are trying to learn something using the VR technology.
Yeah, and actually it's not virtual, like we don't create anything by computer. It's really immersive reality. So it's like you have the depth. Like for example, for human body, it's very important because you can have like the end, you can know like the depth of the skin and the bones and every gold detail you don't want to have. And also with the surround sound, you can see if something is behind you, on top of you, like at the bottom, left, right. It's really different from regular VR.
Okay. So just a quick question to understand. I'm sorry, I'm just asking too many.
No. It's great. I know it's complicated.
Yeah, exactly. This is all a questions, you can expect from anyone. So I just want to understand it very clearly on this space right now. The question is like, if I'm implementing this for education, like you said, for surgeries, to teach students to get the, real-time knowledge, how much would it cost me to, implement this kind of infrastructure or implement this technology in my university or in my college? So because we are going to replace the whole system of computers or the video or professors and directly. So how much does it cost? Is it too expensive or is it okay?
Actually, you don't have to replace anything. It's all camera, so you buy the product.
Okay.
It's 3,000 euros, but you don't have to change anything about your program. It's MP4 files, so it's compatible with anything. If you don't have VR headset, you use like a regular computer, you're gonna have like a side-by-side video. So you have directly that. If you have like VR headset like Oculus Rift or like HTC Vive or something like that, you can use it. It's compatible. And for example, for universities, they were low budget for every student. So they use Google Cardboard. So you can build a Google Cardboard by yourself.
Yes.
So you don't have to change anything. You buy the camera and you have like SD cards and you put it in your computer and you're ready to go.
Okay, so one system can take care of the whole system. So cardboard, basically for cardboard also, we have to use our own devices like smartphones, right? So how do we communicate from one central system to that? What is the process behind that?
Actually, it's a really light files. It's not like gyroscopic files, and it's compatible with VLC, with any. If your smartphone can play a video, it can play our videos. It's very compact one.
Okay,
so you just
application.
have to have a smartphone who can read a video.
Awesome. So it's an application?
No, really, it's just a file. So with the camera, you record a file on SD card. And after, if you want to edit, you put that on your computer and do the editing process. But you just want to directly show it. You have live streaming. We have like the Wi-Fi live streaming. Or if you want to put on your phone and in VR, you put the SD card on your phone and you're ready to go.
So SD
really
card
easy to use.
So why third eye is not becoming an application? So why you have not thought about making it as an application model so that we can remove the concept of SD card, because these days very rare people use SD cards. Most of the phone doesn't come with an SD card, right? So why didn't you think about that concept, or what is the challenge behind that?
Oh, actually, I was just giving the example of SD card, but we have also, you can connect by USB. So you can directly connect by USB. SD card is you can put directly on your phone, but USB on your computer, actually, and also by live streaming. So you can use like whatever you want to use to what's the most simple for you.
Yes, I understand. But why not it is why not it is an application, like an iOS application or an Android application?
Because actually we do the hardware and we want to be compatible with most readers is in the market. So we don't want to limitate, our user. Once they have the hardware, they can use any application they want to stream the video. If they want to use iTunes or VLC, it's their choice of using. We only take care of the hardware part.
Okay, understood. So my question next is, what marketing strategies you have worked with so far to get more clients, and what was the most failed strategy? Because most people want to know what failed for you, because it's related to augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, and all, and absolutely about 3D. So there will be a lot of challenges when you are dealing with clients. So what was the biggest challenge for you in perspective of marketing, and how did you overcome that challenges?
Actually, the most difficult part for us was like when we start, our hardware was not we were not able to sell at the moment, so we start by production content, and we had like different files. Like we used to have like one customer in surgery, one customer in marketing, one customer in television. So it was like not market fit at all. It was like we can do everything you want. Yeah, so it was very confusing for our customers and also for our investors. So the most challenging part was to, restrain that and to have a real speech and purpose and to reach this purpose we have now, what is all about training. And you want to say something?
No. I was just hearing you. What were the strategies you did?
So we work a lot actually, and our accelerator use it. So now we work with museum and cultural field, and we understand that in training education there was really something. But actually our strategy was to try. We tried directly with customer. We work a lot hands-on with customers. That was like old school strategy, but it was really like how it works, how you can use it and understand in their day-by-day work how they can help them. But actually, you can do that for one customer at the beginning, but it takes a lot of time. So now we're gonna launch a crowdfunding campaign, and we're gonna understand by also this crowdfunding campaign is the main target interest by our technology and our camera.
Okay, so so what was the biggest challenge when you're working with clients? Because like you said, to understand their to understand where your product fits in, or whom does it actually, the use cases. So what was the biggest challenge when you're when you're meeting with your clients? What was the biggest challenge for you to make it as a conversion? How did you convert?
Actually, for us in particular, it was to explain our technology because it's new. Even I, like 5 years ago, I didn't know it. It was brand new. So even with people we know who know VR, we do something different than VR. So if we have like a very experienced person in VR, they say, okay, I understand. And then we start to discuss and say, oh, you don't do really VR. So it was all about like pedagogy, like explaining, be clear. And it's this case is with people who know about technology. If you imagine like a lawyer, like 60 years old lawyer who have never used like even video, and you have to explain your technology, you have to be very clear and to understand what person you have in front of you, actually. What's the background of your customer?
So how did you then finally get to know your customers, and how did you crack that part where you were so confident that I can explain my product in under 30 seconds? So what strategy you worked on?
Actually, a part of the people we target now are also like VR production. So it's very easy for us because they love VR. They know about VR. They want to know about new technology. They know about binaural sound. So it's passionate people. So it's nice to, it's easier for us. They know what we are talking about.
To be very honest, like I'm not sure about what is binaural sound. So what exactly is it?
Binaural sound is like the a way of capturing sounds the closest to human hearing. It's like 3D sounds. Say it's like so it exists since 100 years. You capture it by wearing microphone not inside your ears, but like very near your ears, and it captures your point of hearing. It's like a point of view, but it's your point of hearing.
Okay, interesting. I can experience it right now. Like, I mean, by hearing it itself, I can experience it. So, do you usually show a demo to the customers whom you're dealing with? So it's a product, right? So, what all comes with this product? A camera, a VR cardboard, and the technology, right?
Actually, yeah, we furnish the camera and like the explaining of how to use the camera because it's a brand new technology, so we have to teach. And it depends on our clients, but the client we used to, they have already VR headsets. We explain them how to use their VR headset with our technology. And if they don't have, we can furnish, we can work with different company. But yeah, the demo is very important in our case because most of the people are used to 360, for example. So they want to turn around and say, okay, I know 360, but it's not 360, it's 3D at the first person point of view, and it's 3D sound. So we have to give them a VR headset, a headphone, and say, okay, take 3 minutes and discover the feeling you can have. And after the demo, actually, they understand. They can understand what they can do with that and how they can create their own VR content.
Okay, awesome. So now I have, so after hearing this one, I can even imagine what will be the experience you would have overcome in the web summit, like playing around with this camera and showing to other people. So how was the experience for you at the web summit, and how did it go? What did it mean for you?
Actually, it was really nice. I think in European fair, it's really like the biggest I have seen. It's huge. There have people from all over the world, and it's very interesting. Like the talks are huge. But when you have a booth on this kind of fair, you don't see a lot of things. You on your booth, like from the opening to like the closing, and you do demo and pitch all day long. And so actually, yeah, we were with like demo, like headsets, Google Daydream, because it's the one we use the most often. And we were all like talking and doing demo to everyone. It was a little bit tricky first because like, there is different categories in fair. You're in like education, and you are in medical, or you are and for the VR category, it's gaming and VR. So we had to explain that we don't do gaming, we do like education, but VR. So I think for the next year, because it's more common, they're gonna have that. So most of the people say, oh, we can play it. Sorry, we don't do gaming. So it was more about like, we do like serious stuff with VR. So it's not game, but it's, but most of the people are very welcoming and it's professional. So it's not for them. They say, okay, it was nice to meet you, and they go away. So yeah, it was very efficient. And actually we met there the people we're going to do the crowdfunding campaign with. So yeah, it was very interesting for us, like to meet them.
So how was the investments going in? So it's a bootstrapping company right now. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Or am I right?
Yeah. No, you're right.
So like you said, you're going for a crowdfunding opportunity. So what are your plans for the next 6 months to reach to a level where you can raise an investment, or where you can show your output metrics on that? So how do you going to chart it down, your milestones, and how you're going to go a step ahead and raise a lot of money in this 2020? What are the plans?
Yeah, so in like 2 weeks, we have an investor communities, actually. So like it's all we were thinking about right now. We already have investor in the Bay, the accelerator we have done last years. And we're going to start selling the camera. Actually, the camera is brand new, ready, like we can start building it. So for the beginning, Sam's going to build camera by himself, and we're going to start selling to our previous customers. And with the funds, we're going to do all the marketing tools, the landing page to prepare the crowdfunding campaign. So first phase to really fit, to do the videos, to do all the marketing tools. And then we're going to launch the new website, the crowdfunding campaign, hiring someone in marketing with the funds. So it's going to be a busy year. So
I can see there is a lot of people, they are talking about us. It's like computable, data news, Innotech, LTech, Libre. There are a lot of clients I can see you have been working with. So what was their experience, and what all things you have made changes in there? Because considering there is a very competitive market in AR, VR, because
Mhm.
since after the Web Summit, I have been in touch with a lot of AR and VR related startups, and I have done broadcasting with them also. So considering there is a lot of competitors out there, how you're going to how you're going to disrupt, or let's say how you're going to collaborate with them on this opportunity, and how you're going to look forward to take this whole technology and going to move ahead. So what are the plans for that?
Actually, we consider that the VR, for example, production company are not our competition, but we can collaborate with them
Okay.
because we bring a new tool for them. So if they want to produce VR content, we can
Okay.
bring them a new tools. And actually, we have already discussed with other VR company, and we know we can add them a new panels to what they can propose to their customers. So we do something slightly different, but it's like we are cousins. We are not like in competition. We are cousins. So if you want, for example, to have like an experience, like traveling experience, and you have just want to have the landscape and the surrounding, you can use 360. But if you want something more intimate, like just I don't know, a special talking after a concert with the artist, our
Uh-huh.
technology most fitting this kind of experience. So
Okay.
most of the time, people we use other kind of camera and tools can also use our. So it's more collaboration for us than competition.
Okay, understand that. So that is most of the startup also trying to say the same thing. It's more like not a competition. It's like collaboration. Everyone wants to do the same thing. It's interesting that everyone mutually understand, partner each other, integrate each other's product. It's a very thoughtful process. So just want to understand, since you had a lot of experience, you have a lot of experience into real estate, into audio, video, visuals, into a lot of things which you are really good at. From the past, these many years of professional experience, what was the biggest learning for you, and how did you challenge yourself to put yourself in as a founder? Because considering perspective of a founder, there will be a lot of challenges, right? And what was the
Yeah.
challenge for you that you handled it very bravely and made it as a lesson to be learned, learn from the mistakes, what we say? So what was the biggest learning from your experience from on this journey?
Actually, we learn a lot. When you are a founder, you learn every day, and there is new tools to add, like new way of doing that. But I think like for me it was don't try to do everything at one
Uh-huh.
moment, like the focus, like to be, even if you have to say no at one time at someone, and when you have no money, you are new on the market, you're a founder, it's so hard to say no, because you
Yes.
say maybe I missed the biggest opportunity in my life. But if it's totally different than what you are doing right now, and you have to change everything, really think about it and focus, because yeah, if you, it takes us like a few years, because we try, and we needed actually to try,
Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh.
it was new, and we wanted to do, okay, what can we do with this technology? But I think we maybe would have go further in some area by focusing, but the experience will definitely not be the same, because we have been like, we have worked with Nissan, we have been on music festival, we are at a personal point of view, it was kind of fun also to make mistake and try a lot of different things. So yeah, I think you have to focus, but yeah, mistakes actually it's kind of the best part of the journey also.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you so much for sharing all the. So I had a lot of questions to ask, but this series doesn't get over right here. This is just an episode with the Big Boy System with you. So we will be covering of more and more experiences from the Big Boy Systems from Third Eye. After maybe after 3 months, you might be will be in a stage where you would have grown to a level, and we would like to know how did you grow, because those are the
With pleasure.
biggest lessons we want to learn over this curve, right? So, and this is an amazing experience with you discussing about your startup. Wonderful experience, as innovative idea you have come up with. I wish you all the best for your crowdfunding, for your investment coming up, and boom the market with all the power you have, and just get things done very easily. So thank you so much, Anais, for
Thanks a
joining
lot.
this broadcasting. Like I said, this series is not getting over here. This is just a start, a conversation to give people an experience that there are a lot of bottlenecks, or there are a lot of challenges when it comes to start a startup. And this is just an experience from a founder who started from zero, a scratch stage, a ground zero stage, to a particular level. So thank you so much. And I would
Thank
like
you.
to more about Big Booy System's third eye in the coming series, or maybe a demo, or maybe the product itself, like how it works. So there will be a lot of
with pleasure.
fun.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Exactly. So there will be a lot of fun things coming on this video. So people, thank you for watching this video. And there are a lot of more innovative, creative startup stories coming up. And this is just the one among it. And it has a story, and you have a learning for every single video. So thank you so much once again. And I will drop the descriptions down below for Big Booy Systems third eye. You can reach out to Anais through LinkedIn, her email ID. I will just share everything in the description down below. Do check it out. If you want to reach out for any potential business partnerships, she'll be very happy to help you out in any means. And I will be really happy to assist you with that as well. So that being said, thank you for tonight. Have a great day ahead. See you next time.